Jedi to end.
Hey everyone, and welcome to the official JRP Star Wars Episode 8 trailer breakdown. This is the very first trailer for Star Wars Episode 8. Of course, there will be more. I'm highly anticipating the second trailer, which will be a little more of a narrative, as this one is a teaser. So what we're going to do is that first we're going to watch the whole thing straight through in case you haven't seen it, and then we're going to break it down scene by scene, shot by shot, so I can make an attempt to explain to you what each thing means, and maybe I'll catch some things that you didn't catch. Alright, so here we go. Let's watch it together.
Breathe. Just breathe. Now, reach out. What do you see?
Light. Darkness. A balance.
It's so much bigger. I only know one truth. It's time for the Jedi to end.
Yeah! What do you think of that? Yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah, alright. I just loved that. Okay, let's break it down a bit. Oh, by the way, guys, in case you're wondering, I'm not always staring right into the camera because it's a bright light. Okay, guys, so first, let's break down the first scene. What do we got here? So, at first, we think it's stars, but then we can actually tell it's actually a rock, as I'm sure you've figured that out yourself. So, clearly it's a rock. What is she working out on? Because she obviously looks out of breath. Clearly she is training with Luke, just as Luke trained with Yoda to become a Jedi, most likely. Of course, it's made by Lucasfilm, but George Lucas isn't there, so it's really a Disney film. Luke is instructing her. I forgot the exact name of this island. I know I should know. I'm a Star Wars aficionado, but there's an official name for this island. But it is a real island, actually, in real life. It's in Holland. They shot some of the scenes there, and then they just created some of the islands back at their set in Hollywood. But it is a real place. It's an island in Holland.
Just breathe.
Now, this is clearly an overhead shot of the island. Now here, we're back to the waves. Hard to tell if she's controlling the waves or whether she's just looking at it for meditation. It's too hard to tell.
Reach out.
Now here, obviously, she's controlling the rocks, and this is where I start to get a little hesitant. It's very similar to what they did in Episode 5, where Luke lifted a rock, so I'm really hoping that they're not going to do this. You know, that means Episode 9 will just be like Episode 6, Episode 10 would be like just like Episode 7, which is just like Episode 4, and so on. They just copy the same 3 movies over and over. So I'm hoping that they don't do that. Guarantee you somebody will say, "I am your father" in this movie, so I'm hoping that doesn't happen either. But apparently this is how it begins. One big thing to note is that this movie does not take place years and years later after episode 7. It takes place instantly, just like a few seconds after episode 7, unlike all the other movies where there was like years in between each movies. So that's important to note. Clearly she can handle the Force at this point.
What do you see?
She must be doing a Force vision. That right there is the back of Carrie Fisher. That's right, Leia Organa. You may not have known, but she totally had time to film episode 8 before she passed away. And so she's she's totally in this. Rumors is that she's even going to be in some of episode 9. I don't know who has anyone in the back, but I assume she continues her role as General of the Resistance from the last part. From the last movie, that is.
Light.
And this right there is the fragments of Kylo Ren's mask. You may remember that it broke off at some point. I'm not exactly sure. I forgot exactly when he lost it, but I know at some point he lost the mask. I think it fell off the cliff when he killed Han Solo. Oh, spoiler! Hope you saw episode 7. You should have, really. Yeah, I think it fell off at that point and hit the bottom of the pit, which is probably that's what it is. Did you hear that? Did you hear that in the background? I'll play it one more time. Let me see. Let me tell you if you hear it. You could probably barely hear it, but that was the voice of Alec Guinness, who played the older Obi-Wan Kenobi, and he was saying, consumed by the dark side, once referring to Darth Vader, but now obviously referring to Kylo Ren.
Darkness.
Now, I was trying to figure out what this is. I'm looking at it multiple times. I don't have the slightest clue what it is, actually. It looks like a big tree to me. In the back, you can clearly hear Yoda saying something. Not sure what he says. Lots of people actually think he's saying Plagueis, which I would love, but doubt. Let's hear that again.
Darkness.
I'm not sure. But anyways, that's definitely Yoda's voice in the back.
The balance.
We know nothing about this map other than that it's an obvious map. Or is it a map? It might just be the rebel symbol. I'm sorry, guys. This is all new to me, so I'm still catching up. I feel some of you guys, gosh, you're such an idiot. Well, I don't know. I don't know everything. I try to know everything, but I try. Let's move on.
It's so much bigger.
I'm assuming most of you guys caught this, but just in case you didn't, that's Rey right there holding a lightsaber, and that's Luke right there watching her on the island. Again, very, very reminiscent of episode 5. Hopefully not too much. Oh, by the way, one quick thing to note. Some weird nuts out there think that this is a statue of Yoda. If it is, I don't really care. Either way, this is supposed to be... We're almost entirely certain that this is the area where the first temple of the Jedi is located, which was Luke's ultimate goal to find in episode 7. I mean, why would he be hanging out there if it wasn't the first temple? So we can pretty much guarantee this island is where the Jedi originated. Same font as episode 7 trailer. Cool new ships. They leave these red things. Just off the top of my head, I would say this is filmed in the Salt Sea. Where is it? It's a salt mine somewhere. There's some salt mines around here. That's what I would say. Ah! Now, clearly, by showing this next scene, my guess is that Finn is inside the pod, laying down sideways, and maybe he's controlling it telepathically. That's what I'm thinking. Why the race is there, I don't know. I'm sure it's to win. Maybe someone was hostage or something, and he's controlling it through his mind. It's my best guess. And then you got Finn just has the worst luck. His ship exploded yet again. So, yeah, that's that. His ship, that's 2 times in a row, ship exploded. Let's see that. Yeah, poor Finn. So, there's that. I keep doing that. Another token shot of the Millennium Falcon killing TIE fighters. Nothing revealing there.
I only
Running with a lightsaber. Now, just because they show this next shot of Kylo Ren does not mean that she's running toward him. One the indicator is that there's a dark blue background with Rey, and there's this weird machinery-looking background behind Kylo. And I've seen Lucasfilm do this a lot, where they'll cut scenes from two different areas to imply something that never happens. And then Rogue One goes out and just makes up scenes, and just like that scene where Jin saw a TIE fighter on the balcony. That was never happened. That never happened. So this does not mean that they are dueling right now, but it could be. Who knows?
I only know one truth.
Oh, and also by showing Kylo Ren, you notice he does not have a mask, which I was really hoping he would get a new mask. I'll never be able to take him seriously as a villain. He looks, I don't know, he looks like a dork. I just can't take him seriously as a villain, and I don't think I ever will. Now here, if you notice, it's R2 and most likely Luke, and you might have remembered from Rey's Force vision where Luke was putting a hand on R2, and that was Rey's vision. We assumed it was the past, but maybe it's the future. Who knows? It's probably not, though. I think I can see a few bodies. It's most likely the temple that Luke started training Jedi in, and I'm sure you know the story that Kylo Ren turned and killed everybody, and Luke, out of guilt, left and exiled himself to that island. It's almost certainly what it is there, so hopefully we'll get more insight on that. Here, I'm sure it's also the same scene of... actually, no, it isn't the same scene because Kylo Ren wouldn't have his whole army then, so this is probably just some other unrelated battle at the beginning of the movie. Here, of course, we get the space battle we wanted. You guys, some people said that why they only have X-Wings and other small craft in the first movie. Well, if they start out with the best, then they can't build up in the next movie. So this is, obviously, they had that, and now this is the next step up. This is the futuristic version of the craft scene in episodes 5 and 6. The whole shape with the long thing like that kind of looks like a big phaser. They obviously had those in the original trilogy, but this is the cool new futuristic version, so I like it. Looks kind of cool. Again, they couldn't have that in the original because they needed a way to step up their game. I'm interested to see what they would have in the third movie to top this. So obviously some sort of big space battle. We have no idea what it is at this point or what it's for. Rumors are that Snoke, who is the Emperor to Kylo Ren, has a super insanely giant Super Star Destroyer, which once again would copy the Empire Strikes Back. It's supposed to be even bigger. So basically any ship, the biggest ship we've ever seen on screen besides the Death Star. So pretty massive.
It's time for the Jedi to end.
Right there, clearly he's still on the island and he's talking to Rey. And again, let's hear that again.
We know one truth. Time for the Jedi to end.
Now, rumors are that when he's saying the Jedi have to end, he's saying what defines a Jedi that has to end. Maybe he's seeing new doctrine that leads him to think that a Force user should be doing this action and that action, and hence should no longer be called a Jedi. That does not mean they will all die, although after seeing Rogue One, who knows? But I don't think that's what's going to happen, because many people thought, well, maybe Luke's going to die. Not necessarily. Especially if Leia ends up making it to Episode 9, then certainly Luke will. I don't think he's going to die. I think it's just he's something different now, and he's not a Jedi. So I'm interested to hear a new name that we'll soon think of as iconic. Maybe it will no longer be the Sith and the Jedi. Maybe now it will be the so-and-so and so-and-so. So, who knows? This music, of course, is done by John Williams. Always glad to have him back. Michael Giacchino was great in Rogue One, but he was not John Williams. I like this interesting font. It's the second time they've used it. And just because it's the 8th movie, I don't think they need to shy away from putting a number there. I would love to see it say 8 with the Roman numerals, but they don't want to do that. Red lettering, of course, is to signify that it's more dark times, similar as Empire. So that makes sense. So, yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. It doesn't say exactly when, but it's going to be coming out either December 15, 16, 17, 18, somewhere around there. It always comes out the exact same week. And the chairman of Disney, Bob Iger, just announced he has plans for a Star Wars movie every year until at least 2032. That's right, 2032. He has plans for at least 15 more Star Wars movies. That's 8 offshoots and 7 more additions to the trilogy. Which possibly could be 2 more trilogies, which is 6 movies, plus the third one is like part 1 and 2. That's probably what it's going to be. So you're definitely not going to be you're not going to be longing for Star Wars movies because they're just going to keep coming forever. So to conclude on this trailer, it was good. Definitely didn't think it was bad, but after seeing episode 7 trailer, I mean, I was like, in awe because I thought it was of how amazing it was. This one I thought, yeah, it's cool, but I kind of felt like it's something that I could edit. It kind of felt like it was edited clips that was pieced together, kind of like a fan film, in my opinion. I think mostly it's because we didn't learn anything new. We all knew that Luke was going to train Rey. It was so obvious. And we knew that Kylo Ren is bad, and we knew that Leia's still alive. So there's really nothing we can know at this point besides rumors. However, it was really cool to see. I'll have to watch the episode 7 trailer again, but I think we learned more in that original teaser because we didn't know the characters. So simply seeing them on screen for the first time was more informative than this, of course, because we already know all the characters. I'm sure the second trailer coming out in June for this movie will be a lot more better because they'll be able to share some details with us. However, I still thought it was really good. It definitely had lots of cool visuals, new locations. That's cool to see. I'm interested to see how Kylo Ren completes his training and works with Snoke, and Rey becoming a full-blown Jedi. My only hope is that it does not end up exactly the same as Empire. Also, this trailer music was very similar to the Episode 7 trailer music. So I just don't want them to copy themselves. That's all. I want it to be original and new, and not a new movie, and not just a movie because Disney wants to make money. 2 years is actually kind of fast to make a movie. A good movie should take about 3 years, sometimes even 4. Heck, Avatar took 5 years to make. But overall, it looks promising. I can't wait. Tomorrow, there will be trailers for the Star Wars TV show Rebels, as well as the Star Wars video game Star Wars Battlefront 2. Can't wait to look forward to that. I'm not going to make reactions to that. I don't think so, unless something massive, which I doubt. But we'll see, but I don't think I will. But anyways, guys, look forward to that. I hope you enjoy continuing to watch Star Wars Celebration, and I will see you next time in my next vlog, which will be actually just in a few days, the Easter vlog. See you then, and you guys have a wonderful night.
So much bigger.